All right. So I've been contemplating, been thinking about this. Should I do a midnight release, part one, live stream, Ghost of Tsushima? Because it comes out tonight at midnight. I've been kind of contemplating, been thinking about this. So I just want you guys to kind of give me a feedback. Let me know what you think. Should I do the first part in the midnight and then continue to part two later on in the afternoon, in the evening? So I don't know. It's just so we'll see what you guys have to say. It'll be a short live stream, maybe an hour and a half. I just want your feedback a little bit to let me know, should I do it, should I not do it, to get your perspective. Because I've never done the midnight release. I never done it, so I'm thinking, hey, maybe it's this time I ask you guys if you want this or not, Because if you guys don't want me to do a midnight, I mean, I'm not gonna do it, But I want to see what you guys have to say. Hey, what's up, Ian? How you doing? So, what do you guys think? Should I do the Ghost of Tsushima at midnight? What's up, Snoozer? How you doing? I think maybe it would be a good idea because I've never done the midnight release. We could do maybe pre-release, like 10:30, for like maybe I don't know hour and a half, and then talk about Tsushima, and then at midnight we can hit it right away and start playing it, and then you guys can be the very first to see the gameplay, and then it would be like maybe 3 hours. I don't think I would spend too much time. I would like to give you maybe first 3 hours of the game, the beginning of the game, kind of give you some idea, and then the part two would be, I would say, much longer than that. Part two would be like something like 8 to 9 hours, maybe even longer. I think this could work. So far, Snoozer's in. Ian, he wants me to do it. I don't know, Snoozer. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do a midnight? Do you feel like I should do it? What's up, MUW? Yeah, I try to stay away from it, man. I try not to look at any of that stuff. You know, but I'm sure people got the early copies. There's always going to be that someone that knows someone that it's a developer working for a developer that's got the early copy. That's what these developers do. They give each other early copies. There's just like this. I want to say a couple of things. Don't be surprised if other developers protect other developers. They're a band of brothers. They're very tight, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing for a community to be that tight. Just like every police officer looks after every other police officer, they're very tight. Same thing with the firefighters. So don't blame developers protecting other developers, because they are one big community of band of brothers. They help each other and they work with each other, whether it's the CD Project Red, whether it's the Naughty Dog, etc., etc., etc. So they give each other copies. And I know some of them. I'm friend with some of them on Twitter, but I will not speak for them. However, I know they're very tight. So if you see your favorite developer congratulating Neil Druckmann or saying good things about Neil, it doesn't necessarily mean that they agree with the decisions that he made, but they will support him no matter what because of that bondship that they have with each other. So same thing with the Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch gives out the early copies, some of these developers, and they also give out the early copies to IGN, GameSpot, Push Square, etc., etc., etc. Oh yeah, well there's that too. People break the street date all the time. It happens all the time. No one really goes by the street date, and yeah. And that happened to me with Red Dead Redemption 2. I try not to look at it, but I don't know if you guys remember back in 2018? This Russian guy showed the video. I think his channel is blocked a long time ago. He broke the street date and he showed some footage of the gameplay. And I made a video about it, but I didn't show any gameplay footage. I showed a paused image of this gunslinger, and you can't even tell who it is because you're looking at the third person perspective from the back, so it's like really doesn't tell you anything. And apparently somebody flagged me, and I had a strike. I had a community guideline strike back in there's a video about that I made 2018. It was October 28th or October 26th, 2017, and I made a video about that. And what happened is I contact a Rockstar directly, and Rockstar says they're going to look into it. They didn't get a chance to look into it. They contacted YouTube. I can talk about this because it's been a couple of years. And we went back and forth. I made my claim. I wrote my claim. I sent the claim back to them. They looked at it and everything. I showed in the video. I explained the timestamps on the video that it's not mine, and that I didn't even play the video. I was just using a fair use, which actually you can do. And I was only showing a paused image, a very blurry paused image that really doesn't tell you much. And so what happened is, after almost like 30 days, I think 30 plus days, finally after a month and a half, Rockstar has lifted the community strike. They contacted the YouTube, and the YouTube actually lifted off, and that strike was removed. But it just shows you how dangerous it can be if you show a little glimpse of something that you're not supposed to. Because all it takes is one person to flag your video, and then boom, you get that community guideline strike. So that's something that I always stay away from. And I don't understand why people like that stuff. Like why people want to look at the. Why is this urge? You can't wait. Why don't you want to experience the game for yourself? I mean, you can wait 24 hours. You have to see it for yourself. Don't you want to be blown away? I went in, here's a good example, Avatar. I didn't know shit about Avatar. I just knew that I saw some trailers, some tall Smurfs running around the trees, and that's it. And I went in there, directed by James Cameron, and I was blown away by the experience. Same thing with Saving Private Ryan. I saw Matt Damon, Tom Hanks, and I thought this will be a boring drama. They're going in to save this one guy, and he's just crying and blah, 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 blah. Right? I didn't know nothing. I see the letters, reading letters. I have really no clue about that there was going to be a D-Day invasion, none of that stuff. So, but I knew it was directed by Steven Spielberg, and that's all I needed to know. I like Steven Spielberg, so I'll go see the movie. And I like Tom Hanks. So I went in there, and I was blown away by the opening fucking scene. I was blown away by the entire movie, from beginning to the end. The idea, the whole point here is this. What I'm trying to say is this. Don't you want to experience the movie, the video game, for yourself? Why do you want to spoil the experience? If there's a shocking moment, let it be a shocking moment, but at least it will be a worthwhile experience that you're going to remember. So I really despise people who leak stuff. Same thing with The Last of Us Part 2 leakers. It doesn't matter how controversial it is. I just hate when people show you stuff when they leak. I just don't like that, man. What's up, James? How you doing, man? I don't blame you, Derek. I totally don't blame you, man. You should definitely experience this for yourself. But I know that my Xbox fans will be definitely joining in. My Xbox fanboys will be coming out of the woodwork and they'll be hitting them dislikes because they will be jealous. So I know they'll be coming in, but that's okay. Well, actually, I gotta go somewhere at 1 o'clock. So this was a very short live stream. It's not gonna be a long live stream. Maybe an hour and 15 minutes, hour 20 minutes, give or take. I just wanted to do this to hear your thoughts and your feedback, whether or not I should do a midnight live stream. Because I don't want to do a midnight live stream if not that many people are going to show up. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing something based on your feedback. So this is just getting your feedback, yes or no, don't do it, don't yes do it, and wait till afternoon and do it in the afternoon, etc. So it's just kind of like I'm trying to get a feel of what should I do. I'm doing good, 123. How you doing, man? Getting ready for a long day. Long, miserable, hot day. Honestly, I really don't feel like doing it at midnight because I'm gonna be tired. I'll be honest with you, because I have a long day ahead of me, and so I don't know if I'm gonna be like. But if you guys want me to, see, that's my predicament. Is if you guys want me to do it, of course I'll do it. But me personally, again, it's not about me. This is about you. Me personally, I'll say to hell with it. I want to get my sleep. I need to be rested. I need to have the energy. Uh, the hell with it. I'll just do it in the afternoon. But if you guys want me to do it, I'll do it for you. So that's the predicament here that I'm having. I just need to hear your thoughts. I need to hear your feedback. Just say yay, nay, yay, yes, no. You know, you don't have to write a love and peace. Just say yes, no, do it, don't do it. Yeah, man, work stuff, man. Work here, work there, do this, do that. Always busy, man. I'm always busy, guys. This is something I do in between. Yes, James, one of the advantages is the early access. I mean, it depends, honestly. Having a physical copy is cool because it's a collector's item. You can tell people, hey, look, I've got this collector's item, and then that collector's item will have a huge value in the future, and you can get more money off of it if you want to sell it to someone, eBay or whatever. So I still have my Guns of the Patriots collector's item, and I'm sure if I was to sell Guns of the Patriots, I can get pretty good money on it on eBay. So having a collector's item in the physical media can have a huge value in the long run, you know. But it's again, it's up to people. It's up to you. It's all subjective, man. I already downloaded the game. It's right here. I already have it. It's ready to go. It's right here. It just needs to be unlocked in 12 hours and 46 minutes, but I already have the game. It's already here. You know, I mean, you know me. I can always bring the energy if needed. It's not about me having the energy or not. I mean, I can bring it. I can bring the energy when it needs to be. But I just want to know if truly you guys want me to do it. You know, do you guys really want me to do it? You know, that's what this whole thing it's about. It's about me trying to get a feedback from you guys to see if that's something you really want me to do it. Like, are you guys really? I don't know. Some of you are quarantined. I mean, I know that not everybody. It's an essential worker. What you got to do. Not everybody is a firefighter, police officer, or doctor. Some of you are quarantined, and you can't go anywhere, or you don't want to go anywhere, for that matter. So maybe for you, you got nothing else to do. Maybe majority of you want me to do it. So I just want to get this feedback from you, you know, because if you guys truly want me to do it, I mean, I'll bring on my A game. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna bring my A game. I'll put the energy in there for sure. All right, Cameron D. I mean that's my original idea. My original idea was to go in the afternoon and then do it, you know, throughout like the entire day, like 8 hours, 8 hours straight, you know. Thomas, yes, cool. Yeah, I mean that's something that I was originally thinking about is get that energy, get ready, do it in the afternoon, and then do like 8 hours, 9 hours, maybe even 10 hours straight, and then I can explore the game a little bit better, explore the story, the photo mode, with the photo mode, which is amazing photo mode. So many features in the game. Cooking channel. Yeah, I wish I could. I don't. Maybe I should do it, man. But I'm learning how to cook, man. I'm just like, you know, breaking an egg first and making my schnitzlers and opening a can of tuna. I'm a like not much of a cook, but I can make something that's eatable. Eatable means, you know, if you got nothing else to eat, it's either my food or I don't know, something else. So it's like eatable, but it's not gonna make you go crazy for it. Are you guys excited about this game? Um, because it's an open world, man. Everybody's excited. Even I'm really surprised that Roger Clark, they didn't give him an early copy to play. You guys know who Roger Clark is, right? You should follow him on YouTube. He's got his own channel. You know Roger Clark. I don't know about that. We're outlaws. We're outlaws. The Arthur Morgan, Roger Clark from the Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm surprised Sony didn't, you know, give him a copy or something, or Sucker Punch didn't give him a copy. But they gave Neil Druckmann copy. Neil Druckmann's got it. Yeah, she has it. But she got connections. You have to remember, man. She was part of IGN. She was groomed in when she first came in from. And look, I'm not here to knock on anybody. I'm not here to knock anybody. I'm just telling you the facts. You know, she came in from Australia here, and she got fortunate enough to have really good parents to bring her here in the United States. She got some connections. She got brought in into the IGN, and she worked for IGN how many years? 7 years, and she left IGN but she also did a lot of interviews. She's a really good friend with Troy Baker, a lot of the studio developers. So everybody knows her, so she has a lot of connections. So therefore, she can go ahead and get the early access to some of these games, get invited to certain premieres and whatnot. When you're part of the club, all I'm saying is this: it's an accolade, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not like mocking her. I'm not like trying to say anything. I'm not like here to put anybody off or mock her. I'm just simply saying that when you are in that club, or used to be in that club and still are in that club, connected with this remember, band of brothers, of developers, you have an access to certain things. You know, when you are friends with these developers, when you are friends with these voice actors, okay, etc., 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 when you know all these key players and you have that connection, then yes, it's going to be easier for you to get the access, get an early copy, do the interviews, etc., etc., etc. Now, again, I'm not saying anything bad about Alana Pierce, okay? Good for her. I mean, I like her, but I'm simply saying she has some accolades. That's all. Again, I'm not here trying to judge anybody. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just simply saying she has those accolades, and good for her. I wish that I had those accolades. I'm sure you guys would have wished to have those accolades, but we're not part of that club, so we don't get those accolades. Even Roger Clark, look at Roger Clark. Roger Clark, you know, a famous figure in Rockstar from Red Dead Redemption 2, and he had to buy his own game. He didn't get an early access. He didn't get an early copy of the Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch didn't give him the early copy. So I'm just saying, when you're part of the club, you get these accolades. That's all I'm saying. So everybody relax. Relax now. Come on. How you doing, Dave? How you doing, brother? 12 p.m. afternoon. For the record, I like Troy Baker. I like Alana Pierce. She's from Australia. I love Australians. I love my Aussies. I even like Neil Druckmann, you know. So I have nothing. But I just also know you have to be in part of that club in order for you to get early copies. You know, if you're not part of that club, then you're not getting nothing. You know, I'm just. If I was part of, let's say, for example, if I was part of Xbox Insider, or if I knew Phil Spencer really well, guess what? I would be invited to Seattle to see and try and test the Xbox Series X. I would get like an early copy of maybe Flight Simulator 2020 to play it and test it. I would get maybe other accolades. So I'm just simply making a point. If you're part of the club, then you get these accolades. That's all I'm saying. And that's cool. That's awesome. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not wrong with that, you know. But I'm just simply saying, for the record. I love Roger Clark. It was his birthday. Roger Clark had a birthday yesterday, so wish him a happy birthday. Go to his channel. Wish him a happy birthday. Go out to his channel. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Wish him a happy birthday. He will do a... Speaking of Roger Clark, if you want to see him live, go to the IG.com Insider Gaming. There will be an interview, I think, interview he will have 12 p.m. Saturday on Insider Gaming. So if you want to go join in, go down there, go check him out on Saturday. Maybe you can drop a question or two. Ask Roger Clark, what about Grand Theft Auto 6? We heard some rumors you might be in the Grand Theft Auto 6. These are the rumors he might be in the Grand Theft Auto 6. And why wouldn't he be in the Grand Theft Auto 6 after such a huge success of Red Dead Redemption 2? Why wouldn't Rockstar use him in Grand Theft Auto 6? Makes total sense. Easy, girl. Easy. Fuck Phil Spencer for reals, bro. Here's the thing, man. Phil Spencer, I respect him as a person. You know, he's a good person. You know, and people who have met him, people who I spoke to that says they have met Phil Spencer, is the nicest guy, the nicest person. He doesn't have that asshole mentality. He's the nicest guy all around. Okay, and he is the nicest guy, and God bless him. So let's put that out for the record, that he's really the nicest person out there. Okay, so let's just put that out for the record. I wouldn't say fuck him, but I'd say he's the nicest person. But everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not here to judge. My thing with Phil Spencer is I criticize him. And I want people to understand this. When I criticize someone, it doesn't mean that I don't like them. It doesn't mean that I hate them. It doesn't mean that I can't stand them. It doesn't mean they're my enemy. You know, people need to distinguish the difference between hating someone and then disagreeing with someone. I disagree with his decisions. I like Phil Spencer. I would love to sit down with him and ask him some questions. I would be very respectful and professional the way I would ask him questions. But I would ask him some hard-hitting questions, obviously, that he would probably not like. But that's the whole point of interview. However, just because I disagree with the guy and I criticize him for the lack of opportunities that he could have implemented with the Xbox, that doesn't mean that I hate the guy. I like him. It's just I disagree with him. I think there's a lot of missed opportunities in the past 7 years that Phil had missed out on. He had missed out on approaching Hideo Kojima when he could have approached him, bring him a bag of cash and says, hey, work for us, work for Microsoft. We can open the studio for you here in Seattle. You can fly from Seattle to Japan all the time, blah, 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 blah. You can have 2 studios, one here and one in Japan, Tokyo, the one that you already have, Kojima Productions. They could have done so many different things. They could have approached CD Projekt Red to secure Cyberpunk to be a exclusive only on Xbox Series X. So you have to buy Xbox Series X if you want to play Cyberpunk, or Xbox One X. There's so many missed opportunities that I think Phil Spencer could have done. Now, I don't know what his excuse is. I don't want to judge the guy. Maybe it was much more complicated than that. But I criticize him for that reason. Now, just because I criticize the guy doesn't mean that I don't like him. You know, I just want him to be successful. I want the Xbox to be successful. Because if Xbox is successful, that's great. I don't want to just play this. I want to play Xbox. And I will play Xbox Flight Simulator. And that game's going to be groundbreaking in terms of simulations. But what is Flight Simulator? Flight Simulator, it's a special interest. It only appeals to a certain demographic. It only appeals to certain players. This will appeal to a lot of people. Okay? Flight Simulator, it's a special interest. Yes, the graphics are photorealistic. The game, I'll just say it. You wanna see a first photorealistic game? Do you want to see a very first 2020 photorealistic game? Well, this is it. In August, next August, was it August 14th? Flight Simulator 2020, the very first photorealistic game. Well, there you have it. But it's a special interest, meaning that not everyone's into flying. Some people find it boring. You're appealing to a certain demographics. You're not appealing to everybody. Okay? And that's all I'm trying to say. But still, it's cool that we have that experience on the Xbox. So I try to be fair. Like virtual reality. Virtual reality, it's another thing I criticized Phil Spencer. And I wish that he had implemented virtual reality, because they already have Windows Mixed Reality. structure. You already have the structure. All you need is just contact the Samsung and say, hey, Samsung, could you design an Odyssey Plus headset that works with the Xbox One X? And that's all you would need is the Samsung Odyssey, which I have it right here. It would work perfectly with the Xbox. You know, people ask me, how does it look? Well, it's right here. Here, I'll show it to you. It's right here. There it is. Right here. There we go. This is a Samsung Odyssey. Something like this. There it is. Samsung Odyssey. And that's all they would need. So, you know, missed opportunities, that's what I mean by missed opportunities. I think people would love, I would love, you guys would love to have the ability to play Forza Horizon 4, multiplayer online, talking to people with a VR, inside your car in VR, traveling through Lego Town, traveling through the vistas of United Kingdom, driving your favorite cars on the sunset, on the snow, on the spring, on a thunder, rainy day, talking to your friends, hanging out in VR, playing Sea of Thieves in VR, laughing your ass off, pretending to be Jack Sparrow, playing Halo in VR, playing Gears in VR, and of course Flight Simulator 2020 in VR. So I felt there's a lot of missed opportunities that Xbox and Phil Spencer have missed out on, and that's why I criticize him. I don't criticize Xbox because I don't hate Xbox. I love Xbox. I have Project Scorpio, the very first edition, with a letter from, what's his name, the invoice letter from Seattle from Phil Spencer. I love Xbox. I've done tons of videos on Xbox. I've done tons of videos on Xbox One S. When no one else was doing it, I was doing it with a 4K and HDR. But I want them to be successful. And hopefully they will be able to do that in the next 4 years with the X Series X. And I have a feeling, honestly, guys, I have a feeling in the next 4 years, I don't think they're screwing around. I think Phil Spencer right now, it's going to be going out gun blazing in the next 4 years. They got some really heavy hitters, man. They got CD Projekt Red. They got Ninja Theory. They got some pretty cool developers under their belt. So watch out. Even Capcom is making an exclusive game. Very fucking interesting exclusive game for 2022 summer, I think, or holidays 2022. So I think they're going to do that in the next 4 years. You were wondering about a 4K resolution Far Cry 6, Watch Dogs, Legion, Assassin's Creed, Valhalla. All of these games say 4K only. I think they're going to run 4K. Look, here's the thing. And and this is what I heard from Phil Spencer on a last interview that he did. I forgot which interview it was, but it was the last interview, the latest interview I saw. The journalist has asked, I think it was Ryan McCaffrey. I'm sorry, Ryan McCaffrey. I'm sorry. It was Ryan McCaffrey. He asked him about, you have this powerful console, very powerful console, and it shouldn't be a problem for you to run majority of games in 4K 60. And Phil Spencer says, well, there's a flip side to that. Yes, we have enough power to give developers all the necessary tools to run their games at 4K 60. But Phil Spencer said, here's the flip side to that coin. It's not up to us, it's up to developers to utilize that power to run their games in 4K 60. So what he's basically saying is we can't force third-party developers to run their games in 4K 60 on our system. We can't force them. That's an extra work they have to do. But we can only hope that they will adapt to 4K 60. So what he's trying to say is, hey guys, it's not up to me it's up to the developers, third-party developers. We don't have control over the third-party developers. If they choose to have you run that game, Valhalla at 4K 30 on the X Series X, well, that's Ubisoft. You have to complain to Ubisoft. Don't complain to Microsoft. Don't complain to Sony or PlayStation 5, because both PlayStation 5 and XSX can easily run Valhalla at 4K 60. Technically, it can do it, but that's up to developers. Developers have to do that. They have to utilize it to run at 4K 60. Look what Death Stranding is doing with the PC version. 4K 60, smooth as a butter. I mean, everything. Even the deep learning that they're using with resolutions and all that. It's crazy. Look what they're doing with Death Stranding. So the same can be done on the XSX and the PlayStation 5. But that's up to the developers. Remember, developers are the one that will have to make that decision. It's not Sony's fault. It's not PlayStation 5 fault. And it's not Microsoft's fault. And it's not the Xbox Series X fault. These new consoles, they have more than enough juice to run that at 4K 60. It's developers. That's what he said. And I agree with Phil Spencer. I totally agree with that. You can't control third-party developers. You can't tell them what to do. Why? Because they're not exclusive to you. So they're going to give you what they're going to give you, you know. Well, I'm not changing my tune. I'm just simply trying to have them hear me out. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that they will be successful. Remember, I'm a gamer. Okay, I'm a gamer first and foremost. I'm a gamer, and as a gamer, I want to see all the brands be successful. I want to see Stadia successful. I want to see Shadow successful. I want to see Nintendo successful. I want to see virtual reality become successful and evolve. I want to see everybody become successful, because if they are all successful, then that's more experience for a guy like me who's a gamer. I'm a gamer, so I don't care about the brand. Is your green? Are you bleeding green, or are you bleeding blue, or are you bleeding yellow? PC Master Race, quote in the air. I'm all about experience. I don't care who delivers the experience. It could be Hikimi Jiggy from some village somewhere out there in Zimbabwe. I don't care. Yeah, Hikimi Jiggy from some village in Zimbabwe. I don't care who is delivering the experience. I just want them to be successful so they can bring me the experience. You see, I'm not about the branding. I'm not about the branding. But even though we live in a culture, apparently we do live in a culture as of 2020 where it's all about the branding, you know. So I'm a gamer, and that's what makes me totally isolated and different from everybody else, because I choose not to pick a side, you know. And that's just me. That's the difference. You know, but it's good that we have a choice. Listen, I think it's great that we have a choice. The one silver lining in all of this, at least to me, the one silver lining that I like is the fact that we have a choice, plenty of choices. And that's a good thing, that we have variety of choices. You know, where you can choose where you want to play your games. Do you want to play your games on Stadia? You can play it on Stadia. Do you want to play it on PlayStation? You can play it on PlayStation. Do you want to play it on the Xbox? You can play it on the Xbox. Do you want to play it on Nintendo? You can play it on Nintendo. It's good that you have variety of choices on where you play it. Or maybe you want to play it through Shadow. You can play it through Shadow. I like that. I like that we have these variety of choices. I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. So that's the one silver lining that I'm seeing. I love the fact that you can play Death Stranding and Horizon Zero Dawn and ultra widescreen 4K 60 with all of these accolades that comes with the PC. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. I love the fact that you'll be able to play Flight Simulator on a PC with the ultra widescreen 32 by 9 ratio, or you can play it on your Xbox Series X or your Xbox One X on a 4K 60 with HDR. Or you can simply connect your PC to a 4K HDR OLED TV and good to go. I love the choices. I love the choice that you can play through Shadow, you can play Flight Simulator. All of these are great choices. These are all great choices, and it's good that we have a choice. You know, so that's the way I look at it today. That's the silver lining that I'm seeing in 2020. In midst of this whole cluster screw, if you will, for the lack of a better term, I find a silver lining that it's good that we have choices. That's great. I don't blame you, Tyler. I mean, I know that there will be a certain amount of people who will not be watching, and I totally respect that. I mean, Derek's not going to be watching either. That's fine, man. I totally respect that because I didn't expect people to show up on The Last of Us Part 2. I was shocked to see how many people showed up on The Last of Us Part 2. But that's probably because people already knew what was going to happen in the game. There were so many leaks. But I don't blame people for not showing up to watch it. Sometimes you want to soak it in, man. Sometimes you want to disconnect from reality, turn on that surround sound, dim the lights, watch it on your beautiful OLED screen or your QLED screen or whatever you have, or maybe a projector, 4K, laser projector, and you want to enjoy this game. You will really want to soak yourself in and just enjoy, lose yourself with this game, with the beautiful island of Tsushima, right? Maybe that's what you want to do. So I totally get that. I totally understand that. Don't want to watch me on some, 1080p 60 compressed live stream. No, you're not experiencing this game if you're watching me on a compressed 1080p 60 live stream. You want to watch for yourself and experience this for yourself. What's up, Brendan? How you doing, man? I'm glad you love the Shadow. Shadow is it's a great PC remote computer. Without not having a computer next to you, you can have a computer sitting somewhere else, and you can access that computer with your tablet, your iPad Pro, your Samsung tablet, whatever tablet, laptop you have, phone, etc., etc. From Linux, Android, Microsoft, iOS, you can use it on anything. And it's a great tool. You can even use it on your Apple TV, man. Even on your Apple TV, you can use Shadow. There's really no limits on where you can access Shadow, your computer. So that's pretty cool. Glad you like it, man. Robbie, yeah, man, I don't blame you, man. I would, believe me, I would do the same thing if I was in your shoes, man. I don't blame anybody for not watching it. If no one shows up, man, I'll be like, hey, I totally get it. I totally understand. If it's just me or maybe 3 or 4 guys, hey, dude, I totally get it. Thank you, Cameron D. Is the team for the Ghost free? This one, I don't know. I don't think so. You have to pay for a deluxe edition. The difference is, excuse me. The difference is there's 2 teams. There's a samurai team, and then there's this team right here. This one becomes available right away as soon as you purchase a deluxe edition. The second team will be available tonight on midnight. You'll be able to unlock it when the game officially launches. So This one you get to unlock, but I don't think this is free. You have to pay for a deluxe edition. I'm sorry. PayPal. Oh my goodness. PayPal. PayPal's pretty good actually, but not sure why it's being declined. That's something you got to figure out on your own, brother. Is it cool if you send me a friend request? Yeah, man, you can send me a friend request. It's fine, dude. I'm right there. Edo79. I already got my friend James on there as well. He's my friend. So I got 17 friends. What happened is, did I ever tell you a story what happened to my account? It was like I didn't talk about it really. I kind of kept it quiet. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to promote it. I didn't want to give these hackers any spotlight. But my account got hacked. It was like 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. It was 2017, I think so. So what happened is I had to take some precautions, and I had to kind of reboot my entire Sony account, and I had to like delete all my friends and everything and start from scratch. So now I got 17 friends, you know, because I had over like 200 friends, and some of those 200 friends were well, one of them were some of them were hackers, so they hacked in and shit. So you have to be very careful to whom you accept as a friend. You know what I mean? So you have to be very careful. So I'm like very careful, like who sends me requests and all that. All right. So what do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to do it in the afternoon or the midnight? What's up, Mamba man? So I just want to kind of get that. Oh, it's a PayPal buyer credit. That's why. I see. Oh yeah, there's a lot of weird shit out there, man, especially on Sony. What's up, Tony? I don't know, man. We'll see. The garbage? Are you talking about a garbage band or what's my game plan on Ghost Beat 40-hour campaign with Explore Open World? I'm gonna take my time with Ghost of Tsushima. There's no hurry. I'm not like in a hurry. I still have to complete Deadly Premonition 2. We have to finish that. You know, that famous you know, guitar soundtrack. And that famous piano soundtrack. So, you know, the Blue Country Roads or whatever it's called. We still have to finish that. Stupid Girl, and I'm Happy When It Rains. Yeah. I saw her live. I saw her, what's up, DS? I saw her live on, what was it, 2001? They opened up for U2 concert. Bono U2 concert in 2001. I believe it was November 2001. American Airlines. You can Google it. American Airlines Arena. They opened up. The Garbage opened up for U2 in American Airlines Arena. That's where Miami Heat plays. I was there at front row. She's pretty cool, man. She's very hot up close. I got to tell you, man. She's a hottie. Her eyes will just hypnotize you. When she's singing, she's pretty cool. Stupid Girl. And then there was, I think she did a James Bond theme song. She did that, I think. I think it was a Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan, yeah. She's hot, man. I like her when she came in, dude. She came out on stage. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't even wear a bra. Like, her hard nipples were sticking out. She's like, I don't give a fuck. We're gonna have a good time here. It was a pretty cool fucking concert, man. and she did like Bono, YouTube Bono, let her do 1 hour, straight up 1 hour and 15 minutes opening, like the biggest opening ever, dude. 1 hour and 15 minutes, and then YouTube came in afterwards, and YouTube put in like a 4.5 hours of a great concert. This was in 2001, Miami, American Airlines Arena, November, I believe. You guys can Google it; it's out there. Sorry about that. Corona. Oh, damn. Holy fuck. Are we outlaws or are we not outlaws? Kind of outlaws get sick. What are we going to do? Well, I don't know. I think it's better if I do it at noon, because at noon I'll have plenty of energy and I can do 10 hours straight up 10 hours with one intermission, 15-minute intermission for me to make a sandwich, come back, and then continue on. I think it's better if we do the afternoon, the noon, 12 o'clock noon, just straight up 12 o'clock noon. This way I can get plenty of rest, plenty of sleep, and then we can just hit it up. Yes, bro. Yeah, James. I think it's better, because, man, it's just, I know I'm going to be exhausted, man. When I get home at late night, I was like, So I think it's better, definitely better if we do it and just straight up hit it up, man. Do it like that. Yeah. And I'm glad that we did this. I'm glad that I have this live stream for us to discuss this, because I was thinking about this. I was contemplating about this, and I'm like, no, it's better if we do it in the afternoon, 12 o'clock noon, and go straight up, man. 12 hours, 10 hours, just fucking hit it up. Explore the photo mode, explore the side quests, explore the different techniques, upgrades, stealth. Naomi, we'll do some stealth around here. Come on, Naomi. Where are you, Naomi? You need to be my samurai girl. So we're going to do, stealth. We're going to do some action, slicing and dicing, beheading people. There's going to be a lot of beheadings in this fucking game, for sure. People losing their arms, their legs, their heads. A lot of beheadings. A lot of harakiris. Anyway, yeah, this game is graphic. There's blood, gore. Yeah. Heads are being cut off and rolling down the beautiful vistas. It's a samurai. You ever seen a samurai sword? Fucking A, that shit fucking... You just touch it a little bit. Just put your fingers on there a little bit. Whoosh, you're gonna start bleeding, squirting the blood all over the place. Yeah, man. Fucking A. It's a samurai. So we'll do all kinds of different things. We'll do photo mode. We're gonna utilize the photo mode. We'll put stuff together. An amazing accessibility in a photo mode. We'll do a video editing as well. There's a video editor mode. We can do that. We can also explore black and white. Just the Japanese black and white style, where we can just have, kind of like Akira Kurosawa. We can do that. We can just have that and read the subtitles and make it look like that. So we'll have a lot of fun, man. We'll take our time. We'll explore the game. There's no rush. It's not a marathon. There won't be, with me, no speed run. I'm not speed running anything. Did I speed run The Last of Us 2? Nope. I spent 12 days on The Last of Us Part 2. And I know how people speed run that game, because the game has a lot of accessibility, a lot of cheat codes you can use. You can regulate how many flanks of the enemy there are. You can also regulate when you are crawling that nobody can see you. So there's a lot of accessibility. So I know how people were able to speedrun through The Last of Us Part 2. But I don't want to do that. I want to take my time. I want to explore the game. That's how you should do it. You know, you shouldn't just speed run throughout the game, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna explore everything the way the game should be explored. Every inch, every stone is gonna be turned upside down to see what's under it. Oh, they're making a new Kill Bill movie with a girl from Spider-Man Far From Home who plays MJ. I like her. I'm definitely gonna watch that. I like her. I know, man. But that's credits. That's credits. They don't. I think you know what it is. It's automated. It's automated. It has to be exactly the same amount. Is the way they are, man. That's credits. You know. That's why I hate credit, man. You know. There you go. Mr. Urban World's gonna help you out. He's gonna send you $2. He's gonna transfer that money to you, and by mistake, Mr. Urban World's gonna hit 200,000.00. So instead of $2, by mistake, it's gonna send you $200. Now you get some leftover money for PlayStation 5 pre-order. There you go. He's just gonna ignore that dispute. James, you'll never see that money back. James is like, dude, you're never getting that money back, man. It's over. You're gonna dream about him. You're gonna turn into Liam Neeson. I will find you, and when I do find you, I will make you give me my $2 back. Every morning, been checking for PlayStation 5 pre-order. Me too, man. I even contacted. Listen. I tried, man. I went to what's his name, Sean Layden. I say, hey, Sean Layden, is this some kind of conspiracy theory about the PlayStation 5 pre-orders? Sean Layden didn't say nothing. I went to Yoshida. Yoshida didn't say nothing. When he did that tweet with wearing a mask, I send him the first second he put out the tweet, I send him my message. Nothing. Not saying anything. They're all keeping it secret, man. It's like some secret cult, man. It's like some kind of Freemasonic occult. Everybody's just, secret handshake and secret gestures, and they're all like just being quiet. They're not saying anything. It's fucked up, dude. I don't know what to tell you, man. I have no idea what's going on, man. Listen, I hope at least Xbox tells you, hey, it's the 23rd. It's July 23rd, next Thursday. So at least you know. Okay, fuck. At least you know. Get ready for the pre-orders next Thursday. But Sony's not saying a damn thing. And I don't want to listen. I don't want to toy with my ideas to say maybe on Monday. Maybe Sony will do it on Monday. Maybe they'll do it on Tuesday. Maybe they'll do it on Wednesday. On Wednesday before Xbox. Maybe they'll do it on the 22nd. I don't know, man. Listen, I don't want to give people any kind of false hope, any kind of false information, because I'm not into that crap. We'll see. When they confirm it, they confirm it. When they don't, they don't. I don't know. But I think it's ridiculous, Sony. I think Sony, this is ridiculous. This whole secrecy that you're doing. It's just, this is something that Jack Trent would have never done. The previous CEO of Sony. He was the best. Jack Trent was the best CEO of PlayStation for the North America. And I don't know what the hell's going on with Sony, man. It's so weird. This whole secrecy, man, is just it's rotten. It is rotten. It's annoying. It's annoying, really. And then the Push Square, the website Push Square has this anyway, Push Square did a video saying, well, which console will you pre-order? Are you going to pre-order the digital, or are you going to pre-order the 4K Blu-ray version, physical media version? And I'm like, Push Square, how about the pre-orders date? We don't even know the price, bro. Push Square, We don't even know the price, let alone the fucking date pre-orders. And you telling me which one should I pre-order? How about first they give us the price and they give us the pre-order fucking date. Then you can ask me which one would you pre-order per square. Fucking per square. They're like a hardcore fanboys. Like super fucking hardcore. They're from UK, but they're super fucking hardcore, man. And look, they're not even hiding it. I know they're super hardcore fanboys. But goddamn, you don't even know the pre-orders when they're gonna go out live. You don't even know how much the price is gonna be, but you're asking people, which one will you go with? How about first give us the price and give us the fucking date and when can we pre-order? How about that? How about that first? And then we'll talk about, oh, which one would I go with? Push square. That's it. I just rented on Push Square. And I earned myself some dislikes right away. How dare you talk about the Push Square? Push Square! Here. Let's see what happens when I push the square. Nothing happens when I push the square. Nothing. See? That's what happens. Nothing. Alright, guys. Ooh, something happened. What the fuck was this? Something came up. Says Mr. 4K Mr. 4K UPS. Why am I UPS all of a sudden? What the fuck is this? They're gonna deliver me a PlayStation 5 pretty soon. Of course, everybody's gonna go with the physical one. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Everyone I know, I'll pick up the physical one. Why? I like to have a 4K player. I like to have a Blu-ray player so I can watch my physical media movies. I like the ability to be able to put in my disc of Mortal Kombat 11, Resident Evil 2, put the disc in and install the game. I don't have to download it. I love that option, you know. So yeah, majority will be buying physical 4K UHD Blu-ray player version, of course. But we'll see what happens. First, hey guys, do me a favor. If any of you, if by some weird chance I forget or I don't get the memo, I don't know how is that going to be possible for me not to get a memo. But if by some weird chance I don't get the news or I don't get the memo that the PlayStation 5 pre-orders are live on certain date, you guys let me know. You guys hit me up on the PlayStation or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. You guys hit me up, let me know, hey man, did you hear that the pre-orders are going live on this certain date, this time, etc., etc., etc. In case I somehow miss, you know, it's possible I could miss it. You don't know. I think Iggy Pop and Lenny Kravitz are some cool. Fuck yeah, dude. They're immortals. Iggy Pop, it's immortal, dude. He tried every drug that existed. He syringed himself with everything out there that exists. He snorted everything out there that exists. I don't know what else he hadn't done. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna try coronavirus. He's gonna try to syringe himself with a coronavirus. I don't know. I mean, Iggy Pop's fucking immortal by now. He's like a Dracula, totally immortal right now. And of course, Lenny Kravitz is a cool motherfucker, man. Women they just drop on his lap. Everywhere he goes, women are just dropping on his lap, man. It's just, he's like a chick magnet, you know, pretty much at this point. All right, so that's it. We made a conclusion. A conclusion has been set. We're going to do a 12 o'clock noon live stream tomorrow. We'll do a 12 o'clock noon live stream tomorrow. There will be an intermission, maybe 15-minute intermission around 6 o'clock. And then we'll continue. and try to ride it out till 11, 12 noon. I mean 12 midnight, and we'll explore everything with the game, the character, the story, the music, the photo mode. I'll be really spending majority of my time just exploring the photo mode, exploring the scenery, doing some video edits and whatnot. And of course, there will be a video of me testing this on my OLED, my C10, C1048. I'm sorry, C10 48-inch OLED TV. I'll be testing this game on that as well, doing some videos throughout the weekend. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. Tomorrow, 12 noon, we're gonna do this. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Yeah. No, actually, today I'm gonna just I won't have time to do anything today. Today I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna sleep like a baby, hopefully, and I'll wake up early and get ready, man. Yeah, but I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep real good. Oh yeah, Seal. Don't forget Seal, man. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't. Women like. He's probably packing something really large down there, man. That's what it has to be. I mean, you know, Seal has probably a seal down there, a sea lion down there, man. It comes out. He probably has a seal down there, bro. A big, huge, thick seal. And when they see that, you know, women just go fucking crazy. That's what it is, man. I'm telling you. It's about what you're packing down below. That's what counts. Yeah. They can forgive your face. They can forgive other things. But what you're packing down below, that's what counts, you know. That Godzilla down below, the third leg, that's what counts. Now people are going to say, he's a misogynist, I told you. We, the Me Too movement, need to go cancel Mr. 4K. He's a misogynist. He's a Mr. Groper. He's a Mr. Casting Couch. This guy. We need to cancel him immediately. Immediately. And turn him into a simp slave. That's what needs to happen. That's it. I say, what you're talking about, bring it here. Bring it here. Do it. So I got my balls over here. My word. Ah, shit. All right, guys. So we're gonna do this tomorrow. Tomorrow noon. Will Smith, he's a simp. Yeah, I don't know, man. Will Smith, he looks like he's drunk all the time now. He's just like. I know what's going on, Will Smith, man. I think he probably went through hell with his marriage, and he's just like, fuck. But Bad Boys was pretty good, man. Their reunion, what was it? Bad Boys for Life. That was pretty cool. I like that. But I don't know, man. He does look like he's going through some shit, man. Like, you know, I don't see that same energy like I used to from Will. He just like, he looks like he's going through some hell currently at the moment, and he doesn't want to talk about it, you know, but it looks like he's going through some shit. Yeah. Women, marriage, kids, sucks the life out of you. Sucks the life out of you. That's what it is, man. Yeah. All right, so tomorrow noon, I'll see you guys tomorrow noon. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And we'll have a lot of fun. And can't wait to do it, man. Can't wait. All right, guys. You all have a good one. Thank you for coming in on this short notice live stream. It was only 1 hour. My shortest live stream ever in history. Yeah, wash hands, everyone. Eat Big Macs today. Put on your mask. Wear the damn mask. Become a Batman. Become Bane. Become a Bane, okay? Because if you don't want to be like Bane, then I don't know, man. I think this is a great time. If you ever want to be a Bane, this is it. Come on.
You Billy was born in the darkness. I will multiply. Wear the fucking mask.
I'll see you. I'll see you tonight. I mean, not tonight. Tomorrow noon. Not tonight. Tomorrow noon. Tonight you won't see nothing from Mr. 4K. Tonight, Mr. 4K doesn't exist. But tomorrow noon, Mr. 4K exists. So I'll see you. See you guys tomorrow. Cheers. Have a good one. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Don't look at people too much. You give the wrong impression. A lot of crazies out there. Just mind your own business. Stay safe. And keep your mouth shut. And stay alive. And that's it. All right, guys. Have a good one. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow noon. Noon. Later.